Welcome back, folks. The Lloydminster Youth Council had their swearing-in ceremony this week, marking another exciting year of youth committing to integrity and leadership within the community. Kira Lyons has more.
We have 14 members on our youth council this year. We're really excited. We saw a lot of really great and amazing kids leave the council to graduate and move on. So we wish them all the best, and we're really excited for the new energy, the new excitement to show up. So this year we're definitely expecting a lot of great things.
It's so exciting to have new members joining us this year, some new ideas, some new people with new views and opinions, and it's just so exciting to have them coming onto our team.
The Youth Council is entering its third year of operation, created on the basis of getting Lloydminster's youth more involved in the city.
The Youth Council started with the ideas from Laura Lee Marin and Jason Whiting. They saw a need inside of our community and saw what was working inside of others and said, how can we make this our own? How can we make this a Lloydminster situation?
The swearing-in ceremony is exciting for old members as well as new ones, hoping to give their ideas and opinions a voice.
I got involved because I wanted to get youth involved and my peers involved with the community, get to know each other, get involved, participate in activities, and just give the teens of Lloydminster something to do and activities to participate in.
The council puts together events and activities with hopes of creating more annual community involvement from the city's youth. But they do not function alone and have had multiple supporters that help keep it running.
The youth have been very involved and invested in what we're able to do, making that a success. We've had a lot of business partners who have come alongside of us to provide us with support, financial support, and just a whole bunch of different ways to make sure that the youth have their voices heard and be able to reach the community.
In order to be a part of the council, hopefuls must fill out an application form, complete an interview process, and finally be sworn in, with each year bringing new lessons and growth.
We definitely had challenges communicating with each other, but we've already improved in that sense, and we're working really hard to be even better this year.
Kira Lyons, Newcap News.
Well, as we saw this morning, winter is at our doorstep, and that means flu season will soon be in full swing. In this week's Healthy Living, Darcy Ropjan takes a look at what you need to do to stay healthy this winter.
Fever, coughing, aches, and fatigue. Influenza season is almost upon us, and health officials are warning this year could be particularly bad.
It mutates on its own due to environmental pressures and biology and whatnot. What gets wiped out, what doesn't, evolves. And so what they're expecting this year is the strains that are speculating that the strains that are going to come up are going to be potentially more dangerous for people.
Scientists try to speculate on what strains of flu will be making the rounds almost a year in advance. But Malik explains it can be tough to come up with a solid answer.
The World Health Organization every year is developing or speculating which mutations are going to occur. So it's not done on a local level by any stretch of the imagination. It's done in each hemisphere.
Elderly patients are the most at-risk group for contracting influenza. However, Malik encourages everyone to get a flu shot. If you're not sure if you can tolerate the shot, it's best to consult your doctor.
In the pharmacy, we're able to inject everyone 9 years of age and older to meet the criteria. If you have people younger than 9, it's best to consult public health, and they're able to inject the younger people.
Malik adds that if you contract the flu, there is an antiviral medication that can be prescribed, along with good old-fashioned rest and plenty of fluids. Darcy Ropjan, Newcap News.
Well, Canada is about 9 months away from the proposed date to legalize marijuana on July 1st, 2018. Ag producers are finding out how to stay safe on the new growing operation. In this week's Agriculture Report, Gerard Lampow gets some insight from south of the border.
You're looking at warehousing at a big level.
Keith Castongay is the director of the Manitoba Farm Safety Program. He has 30 years in health and safety and was one of the participants at this year's Canadian Agricultural Safety Association conference, where one of the sessions looked at the safe growing, processing and storage of marijuana.
When I look at vegetable growers and I look at hemp growers and the mechanics of how you harvest this stuff, the question was specifically around, is this going to be, is it going to be field driven, or is it going to be are we going to have manual laborers for harvesting?
Ventilation is definitely an issue. When you move a cultivation facility into a large warehouse space, it may not be set up for that purpose.
The U.S. state of Colorado made marijuana cultivation legal in 2012, so they've got 5 years expertise over us here in Canada, and they're sharing that at this conference.
Ergonomics can be an issue, so repetitive motions. There's a lot of trimming and cutting that happens in the industry, so cuts have also been reported. On the more extreme side, though, you can have explosions happening because they're working with different gases and chemicals to perform the extraction process.
Butane is a common chemical used to extract cannabis oils. Without a closed-loop system, even static electricity can cause an explosion. Smith says Colorado has strict fire codes and protocols have been put in place to reduce these hazards.
We developed a guide to worker health and safety in the marijuana industry, and what we tried to do is summarize some of the best practices and what some of our federal United States standards are.
In my conversation with the presenter, there isn't even an exposure level to what the air emissions are here.
Gaston Gay, who also did a stint with the RCMP dealing with the scent that results from warehousing marijuana and preserving samples for court proceedings, agreed that studies on these emissions have not been done, but going forward, production practices need to mitigate all risks.
Now we're looking at it from an industrial way, from a farming way, and we have to figure out how to do that properly, efficiently, and safely.
Gerard Lampow, Newcap News.